I guess we should start by saying good evening, friends of the Cleveland Cultural Gardens and fellow Clevelanders. And welcome to what should be the greatest night in the history, the 100-year history of this great cultural treasure here in the city of Cleveland. We have a wonderful evening ahead to celebrate together the riches of the last 100 years and looking expectantly to what the Cleveland Cultural Gardens can continue to mean to all of us as a community. We're honored to have as our keynote speaker this evening a gentleman deeply entrenched in the Cleveland community, Chris Romaine. Chris has been the president of University Circle for over 10 years now, and I think you know that with his wife Natalie and their family, they have authentic roots in our community, and they have dedicated themselves to the recognition, preservation, and to the nurturing of our great community assets, including the gardens long into our future. We'll hear from some of the people instrumental in the cultivation of the Cleveland Cultural Gardens, both literally and figuratively. We'll enjoy the music of my dear friend and collaborator, Councilman Kevin Conwell. Conwell, where'd you go? It's time for dinner. Never misses the dinner bell. Thanks, Kevin. And his Footprints Band. We have a great silent auction, which we're going to keep alive until about 9:30 this evening. Lots of wonderful silent auction items. On your tag, there's a number, a bid number. Feel free to go out there at any time and see who may have one up you on a bid. Please be generous. All the proceeds go to the benefit of the Cultural Gardens. We'll enjoy a gourmet dinner, each other's company, all here recognizing, preserving, and celebrating something that is unique, not only in our city, our state, and our nation, but actually in the world. I want to thank the committee for graciously inviting me to be the guy that keeps things moving along. You all know how it is when you get a bunch of ethnics together. And I'm not just talking about the Eastern Europeans. You get them together and, you know, people proud of their heritage and their culture, things can kind of stretch out. That's why there is no vodka on the table this evening. That wouldn't be a bad idea. We'll keep things at a comfortable tempo and have times to really reflect on the astounding cultural icon that we have right down the road in the Cultural Gardens. And in all those people who for 100 years, about 100 years as the Federation itself, have worked so hard to nurture it. This is a personal pleasure for me too. I was raised not too many blocks from the gardens, and some of my earliest childhood memories, including rides down East Boulevard, and of course, as it was known then, Liberty Boulevard, in my father's 1951 Pontiac. Now, the unusual part of that memory is at the times that we took that route, my brother would roll down the window, stick his head out, and yell when we went under one of the big bridges just to hear it echo back. I still repeat that family tradition, even though it may be a rather uncultural thing to do in the Cultural Gardens, but it's kind of a 60-year family tradition. In the 60s, when I was in high school, I spent a lot of time at that ballpark and baseball field right behind the Ukrainian Gardens. And during the years I spent as a news reporter, I had the happy job on many, many occasions to report on developments in the garden and even take part and host some of those dedications and events, including the Indian gardens, the Slovenians, the Ukrainians, and others, and I'm grateful for that. Those were enriching experiences, and it was a gift to share them with many of you who have been part of the Cultural Gardens for so many years. We're at about 30 gardens and counting, and we're happy to report that nearly every one has an active representative here this evening. That's a testament to the lasting vitality of our treasure.